There was a
on something.
ghost that
There
came onto
was.
my screen. That's just the
That's
So
funny.
anyway, oh damn, that was the wrong side. So anyway, there you go. I
There we go.
replicated
Okay.
Hey everyone, and
Hey,
welcome to
everyone.
Why Are You Still Here? The show where we talk about whatever we want, I guess. I don't know.
Scary movies.
I'm getting less conviction with this opening as time goes on. But
As you should.
basically, I thought of a new thing in our last episode. So Lucas, why are we still here?
Oh, I like that because we're
Yeah.
talking. Actually, I do like that. We're talking
Yeah,
about
I
the Evil
used it
Dead
last
movies.
time and I didn't want to bring attention to it, and you responded just like you would with anything, and you didn't say anything about it, and I was like, okay, good, I like that. But
Very
it
good.
works with our
It
name
works.
though. So
Awesome.
like we're still here
Very good.
talking about something. What are we still here
Surprisingly.
for?
Yes. The Evil Dead ranking. We got 5 movies. If you guys, we're gonna have to do a lightning round style like we did our Scream ranking. If you want, a deep dive because you're for some sick twisted reason want to hear us talk at further length about this, we will. We'll give the people
There
what
is
they
at
want.
least one person.
Hmm. So we have a list of the 5 movies, including the newest one. And our list, I can already tell you, is going to be completely different. 100% different. I have cough counter. I have literally no nostalgia for this franchise. Like I didn't grow up with it at all.
Okay.
I've seen all the movies. I do enjoy Bruce Campbell, but I do like Evil Dead without him. With him as
Hmm.
like a supervisory role. As a producer.
I
Um,
like it without him as well. I just don't love it without him.
Understandable. And I don't really like I this franchise. This list was actually pretty hard for me to come up with because
Oh,
at
really?
at this point with Scream 6, coming out, this is one of the most consistent horror franchises where none of these movies are bad. You know what I mean? I don't think any of these
Okay.
movies are bad. I think they're all very entertaining in
Okay.
their own right, but some just more entertaining than others. So, are you ready for this crazy
Judging
different
by the
list, everybody?
conversations we had, I would assume that number five is the same for both of us, but we'll see. Um, but yes, let us know down below what is your ranking, and what do you think about Evil Dead Rise? You like it? You see it?
Check
Yeah,
Lucas's out of theater reaction.
correct. Correct. It's out there. It's in the shorts. And this might not seem like a topical shirt, but
I
it's a
love the
very
shirt.
topical shirt. You know why? I assume you know why. Like Evil Dead and Freddy and Jason are all in the same universe.
Yes.
Did you not know that?
I'm serious. I
So,
didn't know that they were all in the same
okay, yeah.
universe.
So it started with Evil Dead 2, and in the shed, there's a Freddy
Oh,
glove
the
hanging.
glove that's up there. Yeah.
Yep. And so it started off with that, and then in uh Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, the Necronomicon and the Kandarian Dagger are both in that movie. And it's strongly hinted at because it's at the Voorhees house, that's why Jason came back to life. He's a deadite. Um, so you can't make this
That's
stuff up.
fucking awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And like it's very strongly hinted at that that's what Mrs. Voorhees did. She read from the Book of the Dead to bring back
Uh-huh.
Jason, and
Wow.
yeah, so it's all
Wow, that's
pretty
a cinematic
strongly
universe you
connected.
never knew you had and never knew you needed.
Indeed. Well, the sequel to Freddy versus Jason was going to be Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, and that was in development for years. And it ended up falling through, but it became a comic book series.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
yeah, so you could go find that comic book series, and apparently it's really good. It would have been awesome because that would have Ash would have fit right into the tone of a sequel to that movie. So,
Yes.
so very
But
topical.
we will get into the ranking here, Brandon. I'm going to start with number 5. Number
Do
5
it.
is Army of Darkness.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm done. I'm done right now, and I'm so out of here.
I
Okay.
told you this list is going to be completely different. I gave you the preface. Like I recorded it.
Tell me, why is it your number 5?
Uh I like all the movies, but it's just not my favorite. The medieval setting is it just doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
No Evil
Um,
Dead fan is going to subscribe to us with my
not after
list.
that one. Okay. I just had to check the year to be sure. My number 5, because if that didn't stop them from subscribing to us, this one certainly will. My number 5, the worst in the series as far as I'm concerned, is
Lay it on me.
1981's The Evil Dead.
Wow.
I've
Wow.
never been a fan of it. I, unlike Lucas, I do have some nostalgia for the series. The first one I ever saw was The Evil Dead 2. Does it have a thought on that one? Whatever. The second one, Evil Dead 2. That was my first introduction into the series. Dead by Dawn, right? And it was a number of years before I saw the original. And I finally did see it. I think I was in like middle school or high school, and I was like,
This tame
I,
piece of shit is the original. Is that what you thought?
like, like I had already had it in my head that the Evil Dead series is like comedy horror, and the first one's just straight up horror. And I was like, and like
Mm-mm.
Bruce Campbell doesn't have like, like the Ash character worked
Not
out
one bit.
yet. And it's just like, I don't
But
know. I respect it as an independent movie, but yeah, I still think it's the worst in the series. All right. So number 4.
number 4 is
Yes.
Evil Dead original. I like it more than you do after
We're getting
the
back on track here
conversation
a
we
little
just
bit.
had. Not for long. Um but yeah, I actually I like it. I do like that it's horror. And Ash is a pussy, but whatever. Yes, so the original, number 4. Still a good movie though. Brandon, what's your number 4?
Very good. My number 4 is 2013's Evil Dead.
Very good.
Yeah. I just saw it for the first time the other day, and
After we did our remake video, check it out.
yeah, and it's okay. It's fairly decent. I think it's better than the original, obviously. And the end credit scene surprised me.
Very good.
Ruby.
So
Groovy.
we need to make groovy great again. Okay, I love
Let's
that
make
word.
Ruby great again. Yes. Number 3.
Number 3 for me is going to be the newest movie, Evil Dead Rise. Go check out my out of theater reaction, plug
Yes.
shamelessly for the second time.
Go do that.
Also another really, really fun horror movie. A lot of fun to be had there.
It was certainly more fun than the 2013 one. I'll give you that. My number 3 is Evil Dead Rise as well. And I have to do this quick, but I thought it was really unique that they got stuck in a high-rise apartment. I've never seen anything like that before. It reminded me of the Stephen King John Cusack movie, where he's stuck in the hotel.
Wasn't it Room
Um,
1408? Is that what it's called?
yes, thank you. Okay. Because that's a good movie, but that's like more paranormal. This is more obviously physical in nature with the earthquake. By the way, spoilers, people. Not heavy spoilers, but just some spoilers. Nell Fisher, the little girl, one of the best child actors I've ever seen, like since the 80s.
Okay.
The teeth on the Necronomicon reminded me of the Book of Monsters.
That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, hey, they got the Monster Book of Monsters.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
then the last one I had about it is that I really appreciate them not killing the cat. I was very nervous about that because the cat
One of
meows
the
and she's like,
one of the only things that survives.
yeah. I
Yep.
thought like when she gets into the apartment, like you hear her crawling above, that the cat was gonna drop down through a vent, and I was gonna be like, bad movie. But yeah, it was a decent movie for sure.
Yep.
All right,
Very, very good.
number
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 two
two. And again, if
is
anybody wants us to get more in depth about these, just let us
we
know in the
will.
comments, and we'll talk about it.
Number two for me is going to be the remake. It's had
Okay.
more time to bake in the oven for me, so these lists do fluctuate slightly. So I just have a lot of respect for it. I like it. I love the idea of like possession shit, and this is not religious horror, but it has possession in it, and this was just really done right in the remake. Like it a lot. Very good, very creepy, awesome.
Yeah.
Mia is like one of the only girl bosses that I love.
She's a good character. The only thing about the movie, and this is a joke, any drug addicts watching this out there,
Yeah.
you'll find it funny. It's unrealistic because before she went cold turkey, she would have finished off that bag.
Very
she's
good point.
she's not dumping that down the well, let me tell you.
Yeah, very good
Um
point.
my number two is Army of Darkness.
Okay.
It is it's just, besides my number one, it's quintessential Evil Dead to me. It's pretty much it's perfect. It obviously airs more on the slapstick than my number one.
Hmm.
But it's just there's so many iconic parts of it, and it's so endlessly quotable, and I just love it. It's like just a sort of like a weird, like feel good, funny kind of movie. And I
That's how
I
I
love
feel
the
about
medieval
Scream 4.
setting. I'm sorry.
That's how I feel about Scream 4.
How dare you bring up that movie?
Shut the hell up. I will not waver.
All
So
right,
very
so
good.
number one.
Number one, process of elimination is Evil Dead 2. It's right in the
Evil
middle.
Dead 2.
It's literally right in the middle. It's like the perfect mix of everything for me. You get Bruce Campbell, you get the comedy, you get the horror, you get the cabin. It's great.
Yep.
I love it. I love Evil Dead
Even though the
2.
opening of the movie, you can see the studio lights and stuff when it's moving through the cabin.
It's great. It's as Todd Howard would say, it is of Bethesda. It's not a bug, it's a feature.
What was that again?
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
um, Somebody just died.
Hmm,
Anyway, I think there's deadites in my house.
there is.
Anyway, obviously, yes, Evil Dead 2 is my number one as well. I think it's everybody's number one for the most part.
Hmm.
It is perfect. Like it is like when I think of Evil Dead, that's what I think about. I think of the maniacally laughing heads. I think of,
Hmm.
Ash cutting off his hand and like the
The whole fucking
like
scene
all
that
that
goes,
kind of
yep,
stuff with the hand. Bruce Campbell kills it in the movie because he's mostly just by himself,
hmm,
and he makes a really awesome, entertaining movie all by himself. And it's where Groovy originated as well. So,
groovy.
and yeah, I like it.
Yep.
It's
So
good.
if you guys
And
want us to go
Henrietta, Ted
the
Raimi
Henrietta
is
scene,
Henrietta.
yes. Oh, was he?
Yes, you didn't know that?
No, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
He complains about it. I think it was like the commentary of the movie. It's either Sam Raimi or Ted Raimi that talk about it, but they're like, we have to constantly endlessly torture Ted by putting him in these ridiculous situations and these terrible suits and
That's
terrible
funny.
makeups and stuff. Like it's just endless joke over the years
I love
of
it.
screwing over Ted Raimi.
So that's our list, everybody. We'll go more in depth if you want us to. And if you even want us to, we've played some of the Evil Dead video games ourselves. We can even talk about that. We can talk about one of my favorites, Fistful of Boomstick. On the original
Sure.
Xbox, it looks like an Xbox 360 game. It's 720p and it's widescreen and it's like
Mm,
gorgeous. It's fucking incredible.
that's cool.
Incredible. It is.
Unfortunately, I've never played it because obviously it's is it just for Xbox?
No, it's on PS2, but it's not going to look as good on
Yeah,
PS2. It's going to look
it'd
like
be
dog
hard.
shit, quite frankly.
Yeah, yeah. PS2 really shat the bed on that one. Anyway,
Thanks for watching, everybody. Let us know down below what your ranking is. Tell us how
yeah,
stupid we are for our list,
let
as per
us know. Do
usual.
you hate us now? I'm sure that there's nothing that surprises you about anything that we say. We have both some Lucas has more controversial opinions on things, but I tend to throw out the doozy from time to time as well. So yeah, let us know what you're ranking, and if you want us to talk more about this series, of course, let us know. This is one of those series as well that's like Leprechaun, not really. And whatever. It's one of those series, Child's Play, Scream, whatever, where it's never really been rebooted in the way of like new, like telling the same story again,
Mhm.
because it has been rebooted in 2013, but it's never been remade. Like they've never thrown any remakes into it or anything like that. Like it is all still in that same world.
Mhm.
Oh, I have to say this right in the middle would be Ash versus Evil Dead for me.
Oh,
Lucas has never
I haven't
seen
seen
it.
it, so I can't tell you.
It's it's very good. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you
Bye,
next.
everybody.